Okay, next is expansion slots and cards. Okay, so this component of within the CPU, it expands your computer system capabilities. Okay, for example, okay, we need graphic cards for high quality 3D graphics. Okay, we also need network interface cards, okay, to connect our computer to the internet. We also need wireless network cards to connect devices to network without cables or to wireless connection. And also we need secure digital. This is an expansion card for mobile devices. Okay, so this is the how a card looks like. Okay, then it will be placed, okay, onto on inside the CPU. Okay, and as you can see at the back of the CPU, you can see there is a slot here. This is where you can put your cable connection in there. Okay, and this one is being slot inside on the motherboard. Okay, so you will insert this, okay, these parts into here, okay, so that it can work on computer. And this is in the mobile version. Okay, so it's more tinier than the PC. Okay, and then bus lines and bus. Okay, so bus line, the function is to connect parts of the CPU to each other and various other components on the system board. So system board is motherboard. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, they are the same thing. Okay, so it actually provides pathway for bits representing data and instruction. So it is also known as bus. It has bus width. So bus width determines the number of bits that can travel simultaneously down a bus. Okay, so this is the bus. Okay, it's like a wide, slim cable. Okay, where the information are being transferred, okay, onto this bus line. So the architecture and design are tied to the speed and power for the computer. So meaning that if the bits is higher, so the bus width is bigger. So meaning that the more information can be traveled. And there are two categories of buses. So please remember this. We have system bus and we have expansion bus. Okay, so the system bus connects CPU to memory, and for the expansion bus, it connects CPU to other components. So please differentiate between these two. Okay, two categories of buses: system bus and expansion bus. So expansion bus, the principal types are universal serial bus or USB. Okay, so we're going to learn. Okay, some of these you are familiar. So but you have to know the different yeah between the different types of expansion bus. Okay, we have USB. This is the common. Okay, and then we have firewire. This is primarily used to connect audio and video equipment to the system board. And we have PCI Express. This is a single dedicated path for each connected device, PCIe. Okay, so USB, firewire, PCI Express. Okay, this is the principal or the basic type of buses. And then we have ports. Okay, we have ports. Okay, so what are ports? Okay, so this one you can see at the back of your CPU or laptop. At the side of your laptop is where you can connect cable, okay, through this point. The point is called ports. So ports are socket for connecting external devices to the system unit. So ports connect directly to the system board and also to the cards inserted into the slots on the system board. So this is what I meant, yeah, by cards. Okay, so when we insert the card, okay, behind our CPU, okay, you can see that there's port there. Okay, so this is you are actually connecting your external device directly to the card. Okay, for example, if this is a networking card, okay, so you put the cable, networking cable, the RJ45, the blue cable, if you see it, okay, you can find it in your lab computer. Okay, you insert that cable inside there, it will get connected to the card. The card is actually embed on the motherboard here. Okay, so then you can access to the internet. That is wired connection, cable connection. But if it's wireless, then meaning that you don't have to connect anything, but it will get the signal. Okay, So these are different types of ports. So ports are connected directly to the system board, or also to the cards inserted into slots on the system board. And two types of ports. We have specialized and we have standard. Okay, so these are the types of ports. So you have to know, yeah, the types of ports according to the type. The types of ports according to the type, to its type. Okay, so you have to know what is the function for firewire, mouse. Okay, you have to know mouse is in which category. Mouse is in a standard one. So for specialized port, for which cable, okay, for which devices. So you have to you have to know that. Okay. Okay, so this is PC. So this is at the back of a CPU, and you can see the ports there. Okay. Okay, this is a firewire, headphones, microphone, keyboard, okay, mouse port, okay, HDMI port, DVI port, S video port, and so on. Okay, so you go and see, observe this picture. Okay, learn it. Okay, to observe. If you have CPU at home, you can see and check. Okay, then you know next time if it's purple, so you know it's a keyboard. Okay, so you don't have to just retry to connect it, so you know that's for keyboard. Okay, so this is parts for laptop. So laptop, we have network port, modem port, USB port. Okay, and then we have network card slot, HDMI, serial port, USB port. Okay, so of course the view are different because this is for laptop. Okay, so standard ports. Okay, so this is the thing that you have to differentiate. So standard consists of USB, Ethernet. USB is for keyboards, mice, printers, storage device. Ethernet for high-speed networking. And we have HDMI cable. That is also standard port. That is for video and audio. Normally for projector, we use this HDMI. If you want to connect to your TV, you use HDMI. And also Thunderbolt. Okay, Thunderbolt is also to connect to Thunderbolt. It provides high-speed connection than HDMI. Okay, so it can connect up to 7 separate devices through one port. So Thunderbolt is more powerful than HDMI. Okay, so if you want to connect to TV from your laptop or your mobile devices, you need HDMI, or you can also use Thunderbolt. Okay, so Ethernet is for high-speed networking for the internet. Okay, the blue cable. Okay, and then we have USB. This is the most common port, okay, that we use. So this is the standard ports. And then we have specialized ports. Okay, it's for example, the types of cable, firewire cable, okay, VGA and DVI. Okay, these to connect to analog and digital monitors. We have mini display port. Okay, to connect to large monitor. We have musical instrument digital and interface MIDI to connect to musical instrument. Okay, and then we have external serial advanced technology attachment, eSATA, for high speed connection for external secondary storage. Okay, so if you have that hard disk, external hard disk, okay, you need this eSATA ports. Okay, so this one, not all people use this, okay, connection. Okay, that's why it's a special one. It's called specialized port. Okay, I hope that you can differentiate between those two. Okay, because you are not familiar with this. Okay, so the one that are common are called standard ports. Okay, so remember all these 4 types, okay, of ports. And then cables. Okay, so cables are used to connect external devices to the system unit via the ports. So one end of the cable is attached to the device, and the other end has a connector that is attached to a matching connector on the port. Okay, so one is attached to the device and another one is to attach to a matching connector on the port. So this is how a Thunderbolt looks like. Okay, I'm sure you are familiar with HDMI and then also USB, and this is Ethernet. Okay, Ethernet cable. So different types of cable. Okay, cable is used to connect external devices to system units via the ports. Okay, so now I think we have come to the end, almost to the end. So if you want to use TV tuners, okay, you can use this device, okay, to connect your PC or your computer to a TV. So you can install TV tuner and you can get access to it. Yeah, for example, this is Kodi application. Okay, and then the last, I think this is the last part, the power supply. So the power supply require direct, oh, not the last one, the last part. We have another last part about the coding data conversion. Okay, okay, power supply requires direct current or DC to convert alternate current, okay, from wall outlets or batteries. So wall outlets ni means from the wall, from the plug, okay, on the wall, okay, or batteries from batteries such as the power bank, okay, or even battery. So desktop computers have power supply unit in the system unit. You can see this at the back of your CPU. So this is the power supply. So laptop use alternating current adapters in the system unit. Okay, tablets and mobile devices also use internal AC adapters. Okay, smartphones can now use wireless charging platform. Okay, so most of new phones now you can charge it wirelessly. Okay, so power supply is needed for a computer. Without that, a computer cannot work. So computers require direct current power converting alternating current from wall outlets or batteries. Okay, so it has to convert from direct to alternating current. And then the last, okay, this is electronic data instruction. Okay, this is the signal of data. So computer only understand numbers 1 and 0. It doesn't understand A, B, C, D, F or any sign symbol. Okay, it just understand 1 and 0. So for digital electronic signal, okay, 1 means on, 0 means off. Okay, so these are the two digits that is recognized by the computer, and this is how a computer interpret 1 as on, 0 as off. Okay, and for devices with analog signal, okay, it has to be converted to digital signal, then only the computer can process. Okay, for analog signals, the signals is in a continuous signal that which is very in strength and the quality. Sometimes voice, okay, voice is in analog signal. So we have to convert that analog data to digital before processing can occur. For example, if you have tape recorder, okay, I mean cassette tape, okay, and then you want to transfer that song into your computer. You cannot do that, so you have to convert that into digital in the format of MP3. Then only you can bring it, okay, transfer that into your computer. Then you can only use it, okay, to attach on your multimedia presentation and so on. Okay. Okay, numeric representation. So we have two. Okay, as one is on is 1, off is 0. Okay, so and then these numbers are represented in bytes. Okay, 1 byte is consists of 8 bits, meaning that 8 bits are grouped together as a unit. 1 byte represent a single character in the computer. A single character is this. This is for example A, okay, B, C, letter A, B, C, that you can see on your keyboard. Okay, so each of these are represented by 1 byte, which is equal to 1 byte equal to 8 bits. Okay, computers cannot understand ABC, but it will read A capital as in 101010 of length 8 bits. Okay, so 8 bits are grouped together as a unit. A byte represents a single character in the computer. Okay, for example, 8-bit byte for the number of 4. So number 4 is actually represented by 0000110100. That's how a computer interpret. Okay, so it can also use hexadecimal system, where it uses 16 digits to represent binary numbers. For example, if it's used 16 digits, so meaning that the digit is from 0 to F. Okay, so this is 16 hexadecimal system using 16 digits. Okay, for example, okay, to encode the data, okay, we can use standard, okay, encoding system. Okay, we can use either ASCII. So ASCII is the most popular one. We also have EBCDIC, extended binary coded decimal interchange code, and this is used by mainframe computer. Okay, and also we have Unicode, the new encoding due to explosion of the internet. It uses 16 bits. This is recognized by virtually all computer system. Okay, but the most basic one is American Standard Code for Information Interchange, which is used by personal computer. So it will encode all the symbols, okay, on that you can see on your keyboard. Okay, this is all the symbol that you can see on the keyboard. Okay, all these symbols are represented by this binary digit. Okay, so can you imagine, okay, if you just type the word what WH80, so it will, computer will read what W, this digit. If it's capital W is this, if it's lower small caps, the digit is different. Okay, and then H A and T. Okay, what W, okay, this is the digit for W. Okay, and then H, okay, A T. Okay, what? So can you imagine how reliable a computer system are, because they cannot understand what we can see on the screen. Okay, but they will read every character that we type into these 8 digits, okay, of bits, right? Okay. Alright, so we come to the end. Okay, look to the future. Wearable computer, sending and receiving email while jogging, maintain your personal schedule book, remember the names of people at parties. So now, I think these features are all available now. Okay, we are not so something that is new, but we don't know in the future there might be more features than this that we're going to discuss later. I mean, for the next generation. Okay, if in 20 years back, this is something that is not it's very superstitious, and we don't think that we can have that. Yeah, that was 20 years back, but now it's normal. I mean, something that is we are, I mean, having it, we are using it. Okay, so in the next 20 years, so who might knows, yeah, the technologies are something that we cannot think of. Okay, all right, so please answer all these questions. Okay, okay, that is your requirement, okay, to answer all this, okay, to test your understanding. Okay, so we come to the end, and I'll see you in the next chapter.